Ever desireless, one can see the mystery. Ever desiring, one sees only the manifestation. These famous words from Lao Tzu's Ching have puzzled seekers, philosophers, and the spiritual leaders for centuries. At first, they sound simple, almost like a formula. If I can just become desireless, then I'll see the mystery of life. But pause for a moment. Isn't wanting to be desireless another desire? This is the paradox of Lao Tzu, a teaching that feels like a riddle, yet it points to something very profound. In this video, we'll explore what Lao Tzu truly meant, why desire keeps us restless, and how life's natural flow reveals the mystery he spoke of. So stay with me till the end. To understand Lao Tzu, we first need to understand desire itself. At its root, desire is born from dissatisfaction. It arises when we feel that what we have right now is not enough. A better job, a bigger house, more wealth, more recognition. Desire is always pointing to a future moment. But here is the real question. Have you ever actually experienced the future? We talk about past, present, and future as if they are equally real. But if you look closely, only the present is ever here. You remember the past, but the act of remembering is happening now. You imagine the future, but the act of imagining also happens now at this very moment. You cannot step into the past. You cannot step into the future. Both are illusions created by the ability of mind. We have a gift of a great sense of memory and a vivid sense of imagination. And this is why the illusion of past and future is created. So, in truth, existence is nothing but this present moment. The now is not just another time, it's the only time that actually exists. Now we see why desire is so deceptive. Think of how people talk about the past. Many say childhood was the best time of life. Yet, when we were children, all we wanted was to grow up as fast as possible. Do you see the irony? We are rarely content with what we have. When we are in one stage of life, we dream of another. When we look back, we glorify what has already gone. When we look ahead, we chase what has not yet come. And in the middle of all this, we miss the only thing that's real, the present. Every desire, no matter what it is, when fulfilled, is only fulfilled in the present. But here is the catch. If you do not know how to be in the present, then even when your desires come true, you cannot enjoy them. Think back. Has fulfilling a desire ever given you lasting happiness? And here I want to highlight something important. There is a big difference between desire and manifesting something. Manifesting something is born from fullness. It is like creativity. It comes from the energy of the present moment. When an artist paints, when a musician composes, when a child enjoys his game, that is manifesting something. It doesn't come from craving or dissatisfaction. It comes from play, from spontaneity, from life itself. Desire, on the other hand, makes you restless. Now let's go a little deeper. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the very thing you once longed for can later feel like a burden? At one point, you may have desired it with all your heart, and when you finally got it, the shine began to fade. What once felt like a blessing can even start to feel heavy, almost like a weight you have to carry. But why does this happen? Because nothing in life is fixed. Everything is in constant motion. You are not the same person you were yesterday, and tomorrow you will not be the same as you are today. So when a desire is fulfilled, by the time it arrives, you may already have changed. The person you are in that moment may no longer resonate with what you once longed for. And so, another desire arises and the chase begins again. This endless cycle is why fulfillment of a desire never brings lasting peace. The problem isn't with the desire itself, but with our misunderstanding of it. We keep hoping the next thing will complete us, but every time a desire is fulfilled, we find ourselves restless once more. The real secret is not in fulfillment of a desire, but in understanding the flow of life. This is why Lao Tzu says, stop forcing, stop being restless. Life is not meant to be controlled, it is meant to be lived. He compares life to a river. River is always flowing. When you try to force life, you suffer. But when you let go, when you allow life to carry you, life begins to reveal its beauty. That's when love, creativity, play, and joy naturally emerge. These are not things you can manufacture by desire. They arise when you live in alignment with the flow. Now, we return to Lao Tzu's great metaphor, the river. No matter how many rocks, mountains, or obstacles the river encounters, it never stops flowing. Sometimes it bends, sometimes it slows, sometimes it crashes with thunderous force. But eventually, it always finds its way to the sea. And when you look back, you realize something profound. These obstacles were never enemies. They were the very companions the river needed to shape its path. Every rock, every barrier gave it direction, carved its character, and made it what it is. Without those challenges, the river would not be the same. In truth, the obstacles were not a hindrance, but the hidden friends, necessary part of the journey. And just like the river, if you flow naturally with life, you will always reach where you are meant to be. The same force that guided you this far will guide you further. You do not need to force it. Desire is just an illusion. Once you understand this, the pressure falls away. And then the mystery is revealed. So Lao Tzu's paradox is not a puzzle to solve. It's an invitation to awaken. You do not need to become desireless. That itself is desire. Instead, see desire for what it is, a movement of mind towards a future that doesn't exist. When you recognize that, you return to the flow of life. The mystery is already here. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but now. So breathe, let go. Flow like the river. And watch how the mystery of life unfolds before your very eyes.